Hey guys, and welcome to my first cast. My name is WireNinja. I'm the guy behind a website called WireNinja.com, which is basic sort of gaming news, gaming reviews, and that kind of thing. Today, this is going to be my first cast. This is a game between myself and a Terran called Artemyss. To sort of give you a little bit of background on myself, this is Starcraft 2 is actually the first RTS game that I've ever played. I didn't play any Brood War or any Starcraft 1 previously, so I'm pretty much starting from scratch here. So what I basically tried to do when I first started to play Starcraft 2 when it first came out, I really sit down a lot of time to sort of play each different race. So I started with Protoss, and moved on to Terran, and now I'm with Zerg. Just sort of testing out the races, trying to learn everything and anything about those races, and basically trying to see sort of what suits my game at the end of the day. So the aim of these casts, especially to start with, the first few ones I'm going to do, I'm not going to cast any pro games to start with. I'm just going to sort of try to focus on my own games, and then sort of show you basically what I was thinking, how bad my strategy is, what I really need to learn, and then I was hoping that you guys could sort of take a look at the videos, comment, let me know your different types of strategies, what I could have done different, and basically help me improve my game. So yeah, as I said before, this is one of my first games that I'm going to cast. This is a game between Artemyss, which is a red Terran spawning at the bottom on map Steppens of War. I'm the blue Zerg spawning right at the top. The basic sort of process with this game was I thought that I would try to mass roach rush, basically. I threw out a spawning pool. Then I basically threw up, your basic sort of gas, threw a couple workers over to there, started to mine off, and then throw down a roach warren any minutes. Yes, and there it goes. So, what I'm really trying to do is just sort of, I was planning on playing one base. I thought I'd go roach to start with and sort of test it all out. I've got one guy on gas. I'm going to just sort of, produce as many drones as I can, get as much gas as I can, and then probably somewhere around the 7-minute mark, push up, and then basically see what it does. So at the same time, at the other side of the map, we have the Terran, who actually does a really good strategy in this game. What he's doing is he's basically walled in. He's adding a tech lab to his barracks, which is nothing out of the ordinary. He does, however, have double gas. So, I possibly should have scouted. I should have sent possibly an overlord instead of having one right at the front of the base, or instead of having one, in this region. I should have had one, around the back of the base, popped my head in to see what he's doing, because if he's going to gas, he intends to go heavy gas build. So when a Terran is going heavy gas, it basically sort of means he's either going to get siege tanks, or he's going to probably tech up to his starport and then probably go Banshees. If I actually scouted this correctly, I would have known that. However, I don't, so this is basically what happens. He techs up, he gets his factory, he throws on a tech lab, and then he throws down a starport. And in the meantime, I'm just popping out a few roaches just to sort of, get my roaches ready for my sort of push at about sort of, the 7-minute mark. I don't know why I did decide to get a spine crawler, sort of just in case to sort of keep, a bit of static defense at the back. Probably better safe than sorry, to tell you the truth. And unlike most Zergs, I've decided not to go to base in this game. I've decided just to sort of stick one base and hope for the best, really, to sort of push out, and while I'm pushing out, then possibly try to expand. In the meantime, the Terran's still doing, really well. He's got a lot of gas left. He's thrown down, his factory. He's popping out a siege tank. He's actually getting siege mode on the tank. So he's gonna, siege it all up right at the front of the base, which is gonna, prevent me from doing, try to prevent me from doing, a baneling rush or, zergling straight into the main, which at this point, you know, is the only way I'm probably going to win the game. Well, looking at the replay in hindsight, you know, I'm getting all my roaches ready. I'm getting ready to push. You know, I'm still quite slow when it comes to building. You know, 7 minutes. I should probably have a lot more than only the 14 roaches that I have. But I'm gonna push in. I'm gonna sort of test the waters, see what's there, and see, you know, if I can get in the front. You know, I doubt it highly, and he does have a siege tank, so it's probably not worth, you know, rushing in and killing all my roaches quite quickly from the siege tank. He does now have one Banshee out. Cloaking is more than halfway, and he's actually now throwing up a second barracks, so he can, you know, possibly pop out more Marines, some Marauders, that kind of thing. He's getting his second siege tank out at the same time also. I'm now, you know, 15 roaches. I'm still quite a long way behind in the harvester count, as you can see, 15 to 21. I've now decided to go second, you know, because I've seen he's blocked it off, so he's not going to expand for a while. So I'm thinking, you know, the alarm bell should actually be ringing in my ears now, saying that, you know, he is definitely going to go Banshee. And, you know, if he does go Banshee, then I really need to get out a lot of queens, you know, possibly tech up to lair, which actually I am doing, and then see if I can get out some Hydralisks or you know, a basic sort of spire in the meantime. But, you know, I need to get out more, especially more queens, because, you know, now I can easily morph the Overlord into an Overseer, and then, you know, it should be fine. So basically now I'm doing okay. I've got 15 roaches. My harvester count is still, you know, not really where it should be, especially considering I'm just about to move over to a second base. He does now have both Banshees out. Where are they on the map? So he's taking the extreme long way around, just to make sure that I don't actually spot him. I do have an Overlord here that's actually going to see him, so, you know, it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. But at this stage, I don't have any Overseers, so I'm not really expecting him to have cloaking. I don't know why. I bloody should have expected him to have cloaking. But I do have 2 queens getting ready. I don't know why I brought the roaches up, considering they can't do bugger all. So then he moves in. No, I can't see. He's got cloaking. You know, it takes me forever to realise this, and I start to morph an Overseer in, which, by this point, it's pretty much too late. You know, he's killed 1 queen. He hasn't killed any harvesters yet. He's going for my spire just to make sure that I don't get out, you know, any mutas. That actually goes down very, very easily, which is a pain in the ass. You know, I then bring in the Overseer, I then pop out another queen. Second base is here. I should have popped out another queen straight away. I'm now popping out a queen on my first base, but it's really, really basically too late. You know, he's gonna kill a lot of stuff, and by the time I kill off the Banshees, you know, I don't really have much left. You know, I've got now, as you can see, I've got one drone, which is a poor little lonely drone. Can't really do too much. But, you know, I pop out another queen, I try to snipe one off, still doesn't work. I'm sitting here forever, got my roaches outside his base, it's not going to do anything. And he's actually now popping out, you know, medevacs, and now Vikings. So, you know, this game for me was just completely terrible. I'm just absolute complete rubbish. I just can't believe how bad I am, especially at this game. I then bring in another queen, you know, I snipe off one, eventually I still don't get the second one. I've just about have another queen pop out here, which will then kill him off. So I've held off the attack, just. However, as you can see, 21 drones to 1. You know, what could I have done here? You know, what did I need to do earlier? Obviously I needed to get an Overseer faster, I needed to have more queens. You know, I should have popped out, what, 2, 3 queens? Well, I already had 2 queens as far as I know. I had 2 queens, probably should have had, what, 3 or 4 queens even? It was the only way I'm going to hold this off, especially an early Banshee rush at probably like the 7-minute mark. I don't know, is that about right? So then he basically sort of pushed forward. You know, he's only got a few siege tanks, marauders, you know, nothing too crazy. You know, I've got 15 roaches here. You know, in theory, you know, if I actually control this properly, I should even hold it off. I even bring my second queen down. However, his siege tanks siege up, and that will be the end of the game. I have nothing left. No point in playing. So yeah, I'm sort of, you know, I wanted to do this cast. I wanted to see what you guys thought. And I'm really looking for feedback on my games. You know, can you help me out? Can you sort of tell me what I need to do better? Can you tell me, you know, what areas I need to play better? I'm going to try to sort of, you know, post a lot of games of me playing all the different races. So I'll be playing Zerg, I'll be playing Protoss, and I'll be playing a lot of Terran. I do think I am a lot better at Protoss than I am at the rest. But I really want to learn the other races, and I really want to sort of, you know, learn exactly what everything does. And you know, when I first started playing Starcraft 2, it seemed that Protoss was the cool race to be playing, but now it seems like everyone plays bloody Protoss. So what's the point? I want to play Zerg. Well, I'd like to be in the cool gang, as they say. So you know, I want to give it a go. Want to see how it is. You know, if you've got any comments, make sure you post them. Thanks. Signing out. Cheers.